Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third session of our Summer Uranium Conference, Athabasca Basin number 1. And I am David Talbot. I'm Managing Director, Head of Research here at Red Cloud Securities. During the next session, we're going to hear from several companies that are active in the Athabasca. During the session, we have SkyHarbour, Fission 3.0, PurePoint, CanAlaska, and Standard Uranium. And each company will have about 10 minutes to present. Then all speakers, once they're done, will have about a 15-20-minute roundtable panel session. Viewers, feel free to ask any questions. Use the Q&A button on your screen, and we'll get to as many as we can. And reminder that after this group at 2 p.m., we'll have our second keynote speaker of the day. That'll be Nicholas Picard from Horizons ETF Management, and he will discuss fueling the future, investing in alternative energy. So why don't we kick it off? First up, we have Jordan Trimble. He's President and CEO of SkyHarbour Resources. So Jordan, take it away.
Great, thanks Dave. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm trying to keep this to 10 minutes so I don't overshoot and cut into everyone else. So we'll keep it short and sweet here and lead over into the Q&A. So SkyHarbour, much like our peers, high-grade uranium exploration co. in the Athabasca Basin. 15 projects now. So we now have 460,000 hectares. This represents one of the largest land positions held in the region by any company. This ranges from properties that are earlier stage, more grassroots exploration, right through to more advanced stage exploration assets that host resources, that host deposits, that host high-grade uranium mineralization. 3 core projects now. You can think of SkyHarbour as having 2 co-flagships, our Moore Lake, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. We've been working there for the last 5 years, been delivering high-grade results, and I'll go through a bit more of that later on the deck. But also now, and more recently, for those that have been following the story, very topical, we've announced a major transaction with Rio Tinto acquiring the Russell Lake uranium project, which is adjacent to our Moore Lake project. I'll talk a bit more about that as well. We have a dual-pronged strategy. So we do offer that high-grade uranium exploration and discovery potential, much like the peers here. We're looking to be that next big discovery story. We know the kind of value and wealth creation that these high-grade uranium deposits, the discoveries deliver investors. So that is what we're looking to do at our core projects. But we also act as a prospect generator. So as I mentioned, 15 projects. We now have 5 of these either optioned or JV'd out to partner companies, and we're actively looking to bring in new partners as well. So I'll go through the slides here. So disclaimer, forward-looking statements, please look through that when you can. For those not familiar with our team, and I won't spend a lot of time on this, but I do want to just highlight a few people. So I've been running the company since 2013 as the president and CEO. We didn't just show up yesterday, right? We've been here for almost 10 years. We've been active in the basin. We've built a team that knows how to go out and make these discoveries. We have a good mix of management, capital markets, and exploration expertise, focused expertise in the basin. I've worked with my chairman, Jim Pettit, for almost 12 years now. We built and sold a company called Bayfield Ventures in 2013 and 2014. That's when we started SkyHarbour. Dave Cates is an active director in the company. He's the president and CEO of Denison Mines. We have a very close working relationship with Dave and his team there. Joe Gallucci, we brought in, joined our board 2 years ago. Joe's the head of investment banking at Laurentian Bank now, so brings a lot of capital markets experience and bench strength to the team. The 3 names you see below are our geologists, our head consulting geo, Dave Bayard. He's a 40-year veteran in the basin. He's made multiple discoveries. He helped run a company called J&R, which they sold to Denison prior to joining SkyHarbour. And prior to that, he was a pretty senior geologist at Cameco. Christine McKechnie, now our senior project geologist, again, cut her teeth at Cameco. She actually wrote an award-winning thesis on one of our deposits, the Fraser Lakes Zone B deposit, which is a deposit that we have at our South Falcon Point project. Rounding out the team, you'll see Paul Matizik, an advisor, large shareholder, really needs no introductions, built and sold several companies, mining companies. And then Andrew Rimcharan just joined us as our senior VP of Corp Dev. He was with IM Gold, corporate development manager there for a couple of years. Before that, he was at SRK, where he worked on a number of uranium companies and deals. Capital structure, 133 million out. Obviously, we've seen a lot of market volatility and a pullback recently. I've been actively purchasing shares in the market. You'll see that on my CDI. I think the value proposition right now is the strongest it's ever been for the company. You'll see there we're cashed up. We're fully funded for our upcoming drilling at our Moore Lake and Russell Lake projects, which we'll talk a bit more about. We do have money and stock coming in from partner companies as well as a part of our prospect generator business. And you'll see here some of the notable and strategic shareholders, management, and insiders we continue to add to our position. As I mentioned, Denison, soon to be Rio Tinto, as a part of the deal at Russell Lake. They're going to be a very large strategic shareholder, and both the ETFs and several of the well-known institutional investors. I won't spend a lot of time on this. This is going to get talked about a lot today, but needless to say, we are very bullish on this sector. Nuclear energy is the only source of baseload, clean, affordable, scalable, reliable electricity generation. It's really at the nexus of two major mega trends, one being electrification globally. We need more electricity, and then two, hand in hand with that is clean energy. So to meet these decarbonization objectives we've set globally, nuclear has to play a significant role in that. There's a major supply side deficit that's looming here. We've seen the supply side shrink down to about 135 to 140 million pounds of primary mine supply. That's in the backdrop of about 185 to 195 million pounds of demand. We're seeing a new contracting cycle with the utilities unfold here. That's going to be a key driver for the price going forward. And then you look at where these new reactors are being built, the new demand, obviously China leading the charge there, but we will, I think, see a lot of new demand coming out of the West with some of these new SMRs and advanced nuclear technologies. So moving on to the projects here. So the Athabasca Basin, you'll see the map here, as I mentioned, 15 projects, one of the largest land packages, properties that really cover the full spectrum of exploration and early stage development. We have several resources on them. You'll see our flagship Moore Lake project. So we've been actively exploring here for the last 5 years, delivering very high-grade drill results, upwards of 21% U3O8 over 1.5 meters. More recently, though, we've been drilling a little bit deeper into the basement rocks. And again, for those following the news flow, you'll see that we've finally been able to identify and start delineating some of these high-grade feeder zones underneath the sandstone where the existing high-grade mineralization had been discovered. Just late last year, we announced our highest grade basement-hosted mineralized zone, just under 7% U3O8. Over 2 meters at the East Maverick Zone. It's open at depth and along strike. We're going to continue drilling that over the coming months and years. But you'll see right adjacent to Moore Lake, this is the new project that we've acquired or in the midst of acquiring now. And I'll skip ahead to this slide here showing the map. So Russell Lake is an asset that we've been looking at for several years now. Our geological team knows it very, very well. Finally got a good deal done with Rio. You'll see there the terms for the initial 51%. The cash has been paid. Rio will be issued 3.6 million shares of the company, and just over 5 million when you net out the operator fee that we get. Just over 5 million in exploration expenditures over a 3-year period. So to give you an idea of budget and upcoming exploration and catalysts at the project, we are planning a couple $2 million program fully funded. That'll get us about 6,000 meters of drilling at the project later this year, early next year. We will have some news out on that coming and details forthcoming on that. But just to go through this project, I can't emphasize enough the strategic importance of this project, especially in our portfolio. So you've got McArthur River to the north, Key Lake to the south, our flagship project, Moore Lake to the east, again, contiguous. So think of it as a co-flagship project now. And then you have Denison's Wheeler project to the west, and the Phoenix deposit's just a few kilometers from the boundary here. So very strategic acquisition that's road accessible. We can drill it all year round. This is the road that services McArthur River. There's power lines, and also we inherit a 40-person exploration camp built by Rio at this project. With cost inflation rampant in this industry right now, that's going to bring our costs down, our exploration, our drill costs down, both at Russell and at Moore Lake going forward. So you'll see a co-advancement of Russell and Moore Lake as we move forward. Just wrapping up here with our prospect generator business. Go to this slide here, which shows a snapshot of this. So here are the 5 partner companies, 2 of which are JV partners, Orano, industry leader, their JV partner, Preston, East Preston, Azincourt. They own, Azincourt owns 70%. Then we got 3 active earn-in partners. You'll see the earn-in terms here, a few $1 million in exploration, couple $1 million in cash. From each partner company and share issuance. You'll see the total expenditures and cash payments and share issuances at the bottom here. So upwards of almost 20 million in exploration expenditures, just over 10 million in cash. And then depending on the market, ranging between 13 to 15 million in share issuances. So it's a great complement to our main business. So with that, I will just one final note. We do have about 12,500 kilometers or 12,500 meters of drilling that's wrapped up with us and our partner companies, assays pending. And we will be announcing our exploration and drilling plans along with our partner companies for the upcoming summer and fall program. So very catalyst rich story and very much looking forward to getting to work at this new project.
Thank you very much, Jordan.